Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trades and the weekly recap. Before I get into the recap, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've done so already. Now, this past week, short week, didn't really trade that much. 5 wins, 2 losses for a win rate of 71.43%. Normally, I like to aim for 85, but considering the short week and the way I've been trading lately, I'll take it, I guess. So, with that said, traded his room for Monday the 22nd. I said, let's see, SPY puts it on a 683, which is right here. I always round up to the nearest 50 cents or whole dollar on the pre-market because there's so much volatility at open. It really does not matter. Yeah. Oh yeah, also I like to sit out the first half an hour on the first trading day of the week, which is usually Monday, but if Monday's a holiday, I still wait out the first half an hour because you get all the noise from the weekend and the Monday morning or that morning's open news to digest, and yeah, and the market's really chaotic the first half an hour of the week. So I like to sit it out. The first trade I took puts at 10.11, which is right here. As soon as it broke below the 683.30 area, that's where I grabbed the 68.50 puts at 640, and they went from 640 to $8. And that's all I took because it looked like it was going to range. It was choppy, made new high a day, new low a day. It just trapped both directions. And I really didn't even really want this, but I took it just in case. And a good thing I did take it where I did because it made new low a day by a few cents and just ripped the other way. Made new low a day again. And market's playing games. And the market plays these bullshit games. I don't like playing, and I just was not, I didn't trust it up here because I don't know. To me, it felt like we were going to chop and this was going to be a range for the day. It didn't even feel like we were going to get above this 684 area. I didn't trust it. So I did pop, and it just chopped again. And so basically just had 1 or 2 good moves and just chopped. And I didn't want anything to do with it, so no part of it. So I just took the one and done and just said the heck with it. Traded his room on 23rd, which I did not do that well. I did not play well at all. Let's see. I took what? That's in the traded his room. I said SPY puts on a 683, which is down here, rounding down. Popped up hard. I waited, and I took puts at 11.09, which is, I don't know why I even took it up here. 11.09, which is right here. I don't get it. I took 68.95 puts at 680. I don't know why I took it up here. Maybe if I switch to the hourly, it will show right around 686 on the 23rd. 686. There's nothing up here. Well, right here. There is something right here on the hourly, 685.87. Maybe I thought it was going to sweep the high. Is this it right here? Yeah, maybe I thought it was going to sweep it, but that was like down here. I mean, this technically already swept the high because it was under 686. So I don't know. I don't know why I took it here. To be honest, I should not have taken it. That was a dumb trade. And to make it even more dumber, I averaged down at 12.13, which is right up here. So yeah, I averaged down and then I cut it. Then I took puts on Tesla, which is the 23rd right here. I took puts at 1224, which is right here. Right here, as soon as it broke underneath 485, I took the 485 puts at 545, and they went from 545 to 630. So that ended up being a good trade. Then I go back to SPY, and I made another bad trade. I took puts again at 153, right here. When I saw the candle break underneath 87.50, I took the 69.10 puts at 610, thinking that maybe that we were going to have an end of the day dump. Then I averaged down again. Dumb. I should not have done that. Usually when I average down, I'm confident that in the direction. I just I don't know why I did that, but Tuesday was just a bad day. I should not have played puts. I was on the wrong side of it. Oh, and I'm looking at my Twitter thing, and I'm seeing that VIX was under 14. That's why I had the short bias. Now we're at the 13th, right? The 23rd, right there. Yeah. Okay. When I bought puts at what was it, 1109, we were mid 13s. SPY does not like it under 14. And that's why I grabbed the puts. I went by the VIX, not by the SPY. And of course, VIX popped and SPY popped. And when VIX is down here under 13, one of two things happens. One is that SPY will dump and VIX will pop, which is usually what does happen. But lately we get a lot of shenanigans, which means VIX will run with SPY, and SPY will drop like 20 cents and VIX will pop a lot, and that will give room for SPY to grind more and VIX to get back down under 14 or 13 or whatever it's trying to do. So when you see SPY gap up and VIX gap up, 90% of the time SPY is gonna pop and VIX is gonna drop, because you get these shenanigans that the market makers like to do. These divergences build, and sometimes SPY doesn't have this clean drop and VIX have a clean pop. What ends up happening sometimes is that they diverge, and SPY does end up dropping, but VIX pops just to give it enough room for SPY to keep grinding more. So that is why I was with the puts biased. VIX was under 14, well under 14, and that's why I did what I did. And I just put too much bias into that. I should have realized that they were going to play those shenanigan games. So then on the 24th, SPY is just going to rip up. So I sit into the traded his room on the 24th. It calls over 688.50, which is up here. And as soon as I got over that, it ripped. So I should have just held it all day long, because the 69.10 puts I got at, 69.10 calls I got at 936 was right here. Right when I got over 688.30-ish, pre-market high, I think that's when I grabbed it. Got them at 680, and they went to 1180 on that push right there, and they just kept going. I think they ended up going to like $20. So yeah, that I got better. Plus being Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, sometimes New Year's and Independence Day. The market's gonna usually have a super green day, because God forbid if we have a red Christmas, red New Year's, or a red Independence Day, when it's like our American holidays, our big ones, and America to look strong, and they'll have strong green days on those days usually. So then we had Christmas, which was, the market was closed, and on Friday I took two trades, did better on Friday. I said SPY calls over 691, thinking we were going to make new all-time high, and we did. I didn't take anything. I waited, and I got puts at 10:01. I got the 69.25 puts at 6:40. We made new lower day right here, and I grabbed it. I got them at 6:40, and they went from 6:40 to 8:80. So definitely happy about that. Then I grabbed puts again underneath 690.30. The 69.30 puts at 580, and they went from 580 to 9. I was anticipating a range day. And when we have a range day, I do not like buying calls. I don't like buying breakouts or breakdowns, which is exactly what I did here. But after seeing it get bought up and getting back into the inside inside the opening range, that's what made me believe that we were going to have our range day. Because usually if we break down below or break out high and we come back into range, sometimes we're probably going to have a range day. So we did have a nice puts play here, but when it got quickly bought back up and got back into range, I was like, okay, we're probably going to have a range day. I'm not buying calls at higher day. I'm not buying puts at lower day. And I don't like buying puts at higher day. I don't like buying calls at lower day because it just seems just as risky. So what I usually do is I'll wait to see if something develops mid-range. This is like what we had right here. VWAP is this white dashed line. It came back down. Once it got underneath this area right here of the two bodies of these candles, I was looking at puts, and that's when I grabbed the 69.30 puts at 580, and they went to $9. So I do like range plays. And then when it came back up and retested this area, which is this white line right here, this solid white line is previous day's close. The white dash is VWAP, so they do matter. And that's why I was kind of surprised that we dropped as much as we did, came back and retested the previous day's close, which does kind of hint that we are going to get outside the range, which we did. And then we got back into it. So didn't really go anywhere. So those are the two trades I took on Friday. Those are the trades I took for the week. Other than Tuesday, the 23rd. Had a good week. Tuesday was just a bad day. Just VIX threw me off. So if you're trading next week, look for more VIX shenanigans because I'm sure we're going to see them. And that's going to do it for the recap. So thanks for watching.